You can also talk about your childhood memories too. You don't need to have kids to talk. You can even talk on the childhood memories, or you can give us more ideas, or you can say, my parents used to do this. Maybe they would have done this. You can even say those things. Anyone has anything? Generally, parents, one says one thing, the other one says something, and then they say, we won't take you, and then they take us, right? This is everybody experienced most of the times. Okay, friends, see you tomorrow again. Looks like no one has the thing. Any question, anything? So we'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Yeah, Asha Master, go ahead.
So Master, if parents, Master, can you hear me, Master? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Master?
I can.
Yeah. So if my parents don't have enough money, right? If they have more children, they don't have enough money. So what way they can tell the children that, I experienced this in my childhood. So I thought, this question would benefit everyone to know how they can tell the children what they can do if they do certain things. How can they
when the
console
children are very young, even if you take the backyard, if they play in the sand or in the rain, they're happy. They don't need to take them somewhere. Okay. They don't need to talk about they can't afford and all that stuff. It's not good to talk with the parents talking to children that they can't afford. Instead of using those words, they can say that they can little things which makes them happy together. They could do those things as a together. For example, even pulling the weeds, putting the plants, doing, little things. Children are happy if you are with them, read the book and do stuff. But instead of that, they stress on them whatever the stresses they have in their life with the financial things, they impose on the kids. Kids doesn't need to know what is going on in the house. All they know is, if you give them food and a little play, they're happy. Don't you think so, Asha Master?
Yes, that is true, Master. Little things, they will feel
Yeah,
happy.
we don't need to fly and go to Europe. With the kids does not know, and it's more stressful to them. Catching the flight, running, and then going for the visas and all that, standing in the lines. That's the most stressful thing anybody could do. A lot of people I see, they keep these months baby kid or 1-year-old kid and they do the traveling. That's not highly I advise. That's for the parents, try to stay at least 3 to 4 years, do little things locally. Take them to the local like animal places, where there are cows, there are chickens, let them feed them. Even the goats, they can feed the milk. These, they love to do that. So that's $1 million to them.
Yes, Master, that is a really good answer. And I wanted to ask another important question. This is among many Indian families, I think. Basically, when I was young, my mother would always appreciate the other child. I was very talented, but somehow she would always feel my friends are better than me. If I was not getting 90%, but she wanted me to get 90%, but I would get 70 or 80 marks. And then, but I was good with I would play veena. I was doing oil paintings.
You're
and
better in something else
others.
than the other kids.
Yeah.
But they were only specifically, they don't compare what you're good in, but they compare what other person is better in. Even in Veena and all those also, who are better than us, they compare. They don't compare who are poorer than us.
Yeah.
So
what advice would you give for parents who are doing that?
Yeah. So who are doing that? You're asking such a beautiful questions. It's amazing the way you ask questions, I was actually looking at you,
because
do you have any questions?
Yeah. No, because we are Indians, no, Master. We have this competition inside us.
Exactly.
All of us. whether we believe it or not, we have to accept we are very competitive breed in the
Yeah.
world, other than Chinese, right, Master? So that's why I want to ask, maybe there are other parents too that are expecting a lot from their kids. So, I wanted to, I know you have really good wisdom words for this. So I wanted to ask you, what is your advice?
Yeah. So every child has some hidden talent. Every child. Either one is great in the talk, one is great in the sports, one is great in the education. But the kids who are not, I mean, you are getting 90%. I never got 90%. I don't know how it is 90%. I was always hardly passed my exams. But, everyone is good in something. See, I'm good in something, right? And you're good in something now. So that's why we should always see in a child what he is best in. And that's what we should focus and allow him to do instead of joining in the classes tennis after basketball after something or something. Always keep one sport, if whichever one he is interested in. Don't worry what your neighbor is doing. That child, even if you have 3 children in the house, all 3 are not the same. They are not all interested in the same thing. So it's harder on the mom to take different ones if they are interested in different stuff. But slowly try to, focus on one thing, the child, what he is interested in. And also never compare the child. Instead of the comparing, we can say one thing. If he is, for example, is weak in math, so go sit with him and then see where he is lacking of. Sometimes the tuition might not be helping because the teacher might not be teaching that great. Teacher is busy with their own stuff, playing games or something. So you have to focus on your child, where he is lacking, why he is going down on one subject. So if you can teach, what I did is until the 5th grade, I taught them with the stories. Every class I used to teach with a story. So even the sun story, moon, or the math also, I used to teach with the story. Even reading a book, even doing those ABCD, and um, you have a goat, you have a cow, those ABCDs also. I used to make a story out of that. Oh, there is a banana, monkey came, grabbed the banana, ran away, like that. So they remember the banana, monkey, all those like a story. So in the beginning, you want them to recognize those, not knowing. Like that, slowly, parents has to focus and teach them in a what grabs their attention, not just the subject. Forget about the subject, but that subject, teach them like a story. They would never forget in their life. My kids say, even now, Mummy, we remember until the 5th grade what you taught us because they were like stories. We always remember them. When I see those, even now, I can tell those answers because they were interested to listen to them as stories. Even the math, if you tell like a story, the maths also, they would love to listen. So make it stories, make it grab their attention, teach in such a way that they would love to listen. So automatically every kid will be a gem. Every kid is a diamond. We don't need to compare with anybody. So you create interest in them and then you play with them and you create such a story that kids would love to listen and get into that. Forget about other people. What the other people are doing, we have nothing to do with them. Focus on your own child interest. That's where the child will grow along with you. Make sense, Master?
Yes, Master. Thank you so much, Master. This is really beautiful advice. One more important question I have, Master. When, okay, suppose imagine, not everybody has the luxury of having money. Maybe the mothers are working day and night and supporting the family financially, maybe single mother. So I come back home, I have 3 kids. I am very, maybe my job is very challenging. My boss is really hard on me. So I am in that kind of mode and I might have be angry all day, and then when I come back home to feed the 3 kids, I have to cook and feed them now, and then I might become angry. So in this situation,
Actually, today I
yeah,
was exactly thinking the same question, same answer in the morning. and today you asked here. So yeah, you were
Because we
asking how
have,
to handle them more
yeah.
peacefully, right? Without the
No,
stress.
no, but because I've observed you, Master, you know how to compartmentalize. Suppose you don't take, okay, if you're with your husband, you finish that chapter there and you can zone in into another one. If somebody is if you're teaching somebody, or if you're with your kids, you can become a kid. So, how do you, what is the characteristic in you that helps you compartmentalize in your brain so that at work I can forget about work, my boss, come back home and just totally be a kid with my children? What are the qualities in you that makes you like that? That's what I want to ask.
That was amazing question, actually. Um, you have to feel their energy wherever you are. You feel the other person's energy, and you become like them. So you
No,
know how they say.
what do you tell yourself, Master? Okay, whether, okay, I have had a really difficult day, my
Mm,
programming code was not working and my boss is yelling at me. How do I just totally shut down from that when I come back home and totally become like a child with my children? How
mm.
do you, what do you tell yourself when you have that
Okay.
kind of a day, Master?
There are some rules we have to follow. Okay. Number one rule is, when you're entering into the room, into the house, you cannot be on the phone for sure. Switch off the phone, otherwise stay outside if it is must. In the work phone, stay. Sometimes my husband stays 1 hour in the car because he came home, but he doesn't come inside because he's with the patient. He does not want to come inside the house with the phone. That's our rules. So he stays outside for an hour. Suddenly I realized, my kids say, oh, then dad's car is outside last 1 hour, because they'll be playing basketball. They see Nana, dad coming, going in, but he doesn't come out because he's on the phone. That's the number one thing. Because if you enter into the house without the phone, you hug the boys and then say, I love you. And then you take their energy and go to the bathroom, wash your face with the ice water. Ice water. Ice means, take the ice, put it in the water,
Bowl.
like two
Bowl.
three mug water, and then put the water on your face. um and then naturally you get a lot of energy, because you might not have time to even take shower and go. Sometimes the kids might be hungry, depends on what age they are. So sometimes you're picking up and coming. When you pick up the children, you cannot be on the phone. You have to talk to the children, what is happening, how is in the school, and say that, oh, mommy had a um different day. Don't say rough day, bad day. Don't use no use using negatives in front of the children. I did fought. I'm okay. Let's go home. Let's make something. Let's see it. Let's have fun. So, you bring that energy within you, and then, tell them the best words you can. Once you walk in the house, you hug them and then go to the bathroom, wash your face with lots of cold water. You'll come out you energize yourself. Always do that. The minute you walk into the house, I do cold water shower. So if I have time, like 15 minutes is enough for me to go take cold water shower and come out. Otherwise, I do the ice water. I flush ice water on me. So that will energizes me, and then I sit with them. I say, what do you guys want to eat? Let's make it together. Let's fun. So I'll ask them to wash their faces too. They would wash and come, and then we all go into the kitchen together. Sometimes if I go together, if the three boys, they all want to do the same work. That's why I say, okay, one at a time. So when I'm done 10 minutes, 15 minutes with one child, I will swap. So the three children will help me, and they will say what they want to eat. So we do together as a meal. So even if I go outside, I do a lot of gardening every 6 months, because we have, the weather changes. So all my three boys comes and we go together to buy the plants. We come back together, we plant, we take out the weeds, we do together. But I give them the choices. You want to, change the mud, or you want to do this, you want to do this. I separate them, because if they're together, you know how that is. I want to do this. They all want to do the same thing. So you have to come up with the plan always, which way they don't get into argument, and they don't want to, if they all three wants the same work, it is an issue. So you keep the gadgets, you tell them one at a time work, and then you make them agree, and then you put them to work. Always putting them into the work is the way to go, Master. If you leave them alone, they are bored and they get fight, they get into argument, all those stuff happens. So you have to be always attentive as a mother, which way to go, means how to engage them. You have to always engage the boys, otherwise they're energetic and it could go wrong without your knowing. So even the minute I see them, the minute I'm with them, the minute I talk to them, according to their age, I mold myself. That's you with the love, it happens. If you open your heart chakra, you can do that automatically. You can't learn these things. You have to, it's a meditation, opening the heart chakra. That's what I'm trying to do every day, opening your heart chakra. So once you open your heart chakra, you mold yourself. Even with the 80-year-old, 90-year-old, you can mold like them, and then you can go with them. You can sit on the floor, talk to them. All that you can do, even older age moms also, or grandparents also. That happens only by opening the heart chakra.
Thank you, Master. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Master. I love the way you ask questions, actually.
It was very important because how to really that cold water bath, and then putting ice in the bowl and immersing your face with water. That I think that I'll try that for myself.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
will get
thank you.
so much of energy. And if you're doing cold water shower, first do the warm water shower, because it's hard to directly take. And when you're taking the cold water shower, breathe out. Put it on the face and on the body. When you're putting on the face also, breathe out. Not through the nose, through the mouth, because you can't do through nose, the water goes. So put your face in front of that shower and do with the breathe out through the mouth. You can keep as long as you can. That's what I do, because that also helps the facelift. You don't get the lines. It also calms you down. It reduces the stress. It's unbelievable. It does so many things to you on your body. It also activates your meridians, and it's equal to 30 minutes of exercise. It opens up all your, the happy cells. All that stuff happens with the cold water shower.
Thank you so much, Master. Thank you.
Namaste.
Yeah, Master. Thank you. Master, my first question is how do you deal with those kids who they are coming from school and all the time on the gadgets?
Coming from school?
Coming from school and after eating also, or while eating also, they are on the gadgets, on the phone.
Oh, they are on the gadgets. Okay. Okay. The minute they walk into the house, you need to, do they take those gadgets to the school?
Yeah, he's in high school.
They're in high school. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then why don't you tell them in the car itself, once we go home, if you're on the table, no gadgets. Otherwise, the gadgets will disappear. If you can say that, say that.
Okay.
And tell them not to see into the phone while you're eating. Otherwise, tell them, I will release my work as a mother. I cannot do all this, otherwise you guys can cook and eat. If I'm cooking, you guys are eating without the gadgets and enjoying the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You want to
that's
say
a good
that?
idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. And one more thing. The other question is, what about those parents? Most of the parents, they have a complaint like kids, the other kids, they listen to us, but our own kids, they don't listen.
The parents say that they're not listening. Depends on how you're telling. If you tell in the right way, they would listen. it all depends on the situation. If you give me example of the situation, which one they are not listening, then I'll tell you how to tell them. That the way you tell makes them to listen. If you say,
Like sleep.
oh, you guys are not doing, not listening, not, never helps me, this and that, they're not going to help you.
No, I don't say that way. But I say very gently to them, ma, everything, almost 2 years, 3, 4 years, I am doing that only. I am telling very gently, and I'm not repeating the words. I just tell once or twice. It's too late, suppose.
So what is that work
And
that the mother is telling
like
you to do?
sleeping late, like every time whenever I ask, I'm studying, I'm doing something, I'm studying, I'm doing something important. Yeah, that is
Why
all the
don't
time his
you sit
answer.
next to them? Why don't you 5-10 minutes sit next to them and watch what they're doing?
Yeah, I did that also. No, can you please
What
leave?
was the thing they're doing?
School studies only. School
Hmm.
studies. But
But
you have to
you do
leave.
one thing. You do one. Okay, I got it actually. You do one thing. Give me 1 minute. Do one thing, because I've seen most of the teenagers, this is the issue. When they walk into the house, to take the, tell them, I am keeping your phone with me until you finish your eating and also until you do your homework. So until they do their homework, first, let them wash their face or take shower and then eat and then do the homework. After the homework, give them their gadgets and tell them only 2 hours you're playing and sleeping. So keep that strict rule. Otherwise, you're not dropping in the school, you're not making the food. That comes again under the punishment, but you tell them, what do you want me to do this? Otherwise, ask them, what do you want me to? As a mother, I want these things to be happen. What do you want? How do you want to me go, or what do you do for this to happen? You ask them that question, they will tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But this is what I have the idea of. I'll keep the gap so that you are focused in doing the homework and you'll take shower and eat. After that, so and so time you're sleeping. So what do you want me to do for this to happen? First, you give them the choice. Let them make the decision. They might say, okay, mommy, do this, otherwise, do this. This will happen. 90% of the time, kids will give you greatest advice and follow that.
Okay.
Make them bosses. When you make them boss, they'll do everything perfect. When you become a boss, then there is an issue, especially high schoolers.
Thank you,
Any
Master. Thank you so much.
He's
He's 18.
child.
He's 18.
He's 18. Okay. 18 is
18.
definitely. My kids are 18 too. I always ask them that question. What do I do to make this to happen? Then they give me the advice.
Okay.
First they say,
one more...
and then they will give you the advice.
Oh, okay. I'll try that one.
And say,
one more
I love you. I want you to, the best things to happen. I want you to focus better. Whatever you're doing, don't stay study. Say whatever you're doing, you're eating, playing, whatever you're doing, I want you to focus and enjoy your life, baby. Better, and then, whether it's a girl or a boy, hug and kiss and say, I want the best thing. I want your advice. So ask like, you're asking for someone else. I want your advice. Okay, for these things to happen, what we should do as a family. Don't say you need to sleep early. Say that us to do what is the best thing to do.
Okay, yeah.
When you say us to do, then, he feels that you're like kind of pushing. So instead of that, you make it as a family.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to sleep early. We need to do this. What do you think we should do? I'm thinking, maybe keep all our gadgets and then, make it fresh ourselves, our body, because we went around and came. So first you ask the question and say, this is what I think of. What do you think? Then let him tell another advice and say, okay, shall we start from today? It's like a play thing. You just make it like everything is a playful, not a strict thing. Shall we do it from today? Like that you say. Then he said, maybe mummy from tomorrow. Okay, we'll do it from tomorrow. Today is the last day. Okay, let's welcome tomorrow. Don't say that, oh, today you can stay longer. Don't do this as a festival. Do it like a tomorrow is a
Okay.
festival. Sleeping early is a
Okay.
festival. Good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, Master.
You are welcome. Yeah, Sweta Master, go ahead.
Namaste, Master.
Yeah.
At the night, we'll usually speak to them very slowly, calmly, and nicely. They will keep some promises that I will do definitely tomorrow and all. But at the time comes, they will break. Okay, I will do it from tomorrow, not from today. In such a cases, how to deal with them?
Can you give me one example?
Okay, my son is 5.5 years. He will tell me that tomorrow I will write myself, I will read myself. After that, I will play. I will not watch TV while eating and all. He will do the promises. When the time comes, Mama, please, I don't want to do now. I want to do
But
it
you're
tomorrow."
not asking if we break the promise, what are the consequences? You ask the boy. Why you're not putting the consequences? If you don't put the consequences, they get used to that. Freedom
Even we
of not
keep
doing
that
things.
also,
That's what
he
I said
will.
in today's class. Go ahead.
Even we keep that also, he will say, it's okay. For one day, it will not happen. From tomorrow.
No,
will
it is for you. It is not okay, right? You let him know. We promise is a promise. You can break, and also make it a contract and make him sign. Don't do verbally. Write it on the paper. This, and this is a contract. You cannot break the contract, and you're signing the contract. And these are the consequences. And you write. Let him sign. You sign as a witness, and you ask your husband to do as a witness. If you don't want to do husband, that's fine. You do as a witness. So this will work the best. That's what I did with my kids. I made the contracts on everything.
Okay. When one day I wrote what are the activities he have to do with his own words only. What he said, I wrote. He's not able to write, so I wrote in his words. In that, whatever he want, he did only those things. Just playing, watching TV, only those things he did. And when it comes to write.
No, just now you said, right? He said he'll do from tomorrow. What he said to do from tomorrow, you write those things and make him sign. And when he does not do, what are the consequences? You write those consequences. You have to follow on that day. If you don't follow and listen to him, then you listen to him. He will not do it. That's normal. Anybody, they don't want to do the consequences, but he created those rules, so he has to follow that rule, and you are the one who has to stand up on that rule. If you say I'll take it to Disney, if you don't take it to the Disney, they don't keep going, right? Same thing. You have to follow the line, you have to follow the rules, you have to follow what they say they would do it. You need to follow, not them. They don't follow. Kid always wants to do what he likes to do. He'll be lazy, or sometimes, he wants to cross the boundaries. If you allow him to cross the boundaries, he'll cross the boundaries. But with love, you say, no, I'm right here. You're doing it. You're not going anywhere. And then unplug the TV. Say that, oh, something happened to the TV. I don't know. It broke. I'll call. And then immediately take the phone and call the repair. You act like you're calling a repair person. He said he'll come next week. Oh, he's busy. Maybe I'll call some other people. Do the acting. I used to do a lot of acting like this. They used to believe everything because they're 5.5, 6-year-old or 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old. They'll believe everything you say.
Okay, I will follow.
Come up with the stories, but don't allow him to cross on the line. But with the love, you make sure he does it. I never allowed that. If he says he'll do tomorrow, there is no such thing as tomorrow, first of all. The TV is off. TV, he can't even switch off the TV. Suddenly, cell phone goes. Even the iPad goes somewhere. I don't know where it is. Where is the iPad? I don't know. Search. I don't know where is the cell phone. Let him search. Why you are feeling so, oh, my son, he doesn't have iPad. Oh, he's crying. Oh, he's doing that. Oh, he's not eating. Then you have to give everything what he wants.
Okay, ma'am.
The mom guilt, remove the mom guilt, okay?
Okay.
Very
Thank you so
important. Yeah. If you live with the
Thank you so
guilt, they
much.
are going to keep you in guilt forever.
Thank you so much. And how to make people, kids to write?
That's a very important thing. So right now he's on, you get these cards actually, the writing cards. They start from, you get like 4 or 5 different boxes on the cards. Each one has 30 or 40, 50. So they teach ease, all that, like slowly they teach. So he sees that and then writes it and also reads it. There is a cards for writing and reading. Buy those cards. They were very helpful for my kids. And also I made them, even on the TV, anything they say, they pause and they used to write and read. And also I made them to take to the store and say, I used to give in Walmart like $1 and say, buy whatever you want. So they have to read how old is that, how much money is that, and then what are the things, can they buy that? Like they have to, that will also improve the math. They keep on, that will also improve to read, because they have to read the age, they have to read the things, some of the stuff to buy, right? So Walmart helped me a lot in reading, writing, even in the math also, because I used to give $1. So they used to count what is the price on that $5. If you buy 99 cents means $6, because 6% is the tax. So they used to do the counting. My 3 boys has $3. Finally, they decide they buy something $2.50 toy. With the $3, they used to make it as one toy.
Yes, I listened when you said this, ma'am.
Yeah, so always come up with these things, take to the stores, let them read, let them, even on the TV also they say, oh, if you buy this toy, you can order online. I used to pause and say, you write it down, I'm busy now. So they used to say you have to order 18 plus and over, you can call 1-800. They used to write all that. So all those things will improve the writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, cards helped me a lot actually. You get them online.
Okay, Master. Thank you so much, Master.
You are welcome. 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids, even under 5, they're so much fun. I could spend hours with them. Okay, friends. See you tomorrow again with, actually tomorrow we are going to talk about mom guilt. That's a very, very interesting topic. And most of the moms live with that guilt and they do so many mistakes with that guilt. So we'll talk about that. And you might see that your mom in that, your dad in that, and also yourself in that if you're a mom. Okay. See you tomorrow.